So after flying out all the way to Arizona, Scottsdale to get fitted for these golf clubs, after testing them here in the UK, I must say guys, I thought of a big problem that PXG have with these Gen 7 irons. Stay tuned, towards the end of this video we'll discuss the pros and cons of them. I must say I really enjoy the look, really enjoy the feel and really enjoy the performance, but there's certainly something that PXG haven't thought of that could prove to be a bit of a problem. In this golf bag, I have a brand new 2024 set of irons that not only look fantastic, but feel spectacular and perform just as well as that. Hi everyone, my name is James Robinson and welcome to this YouTube channel. Today we're talking about the brand new 0311 Gen 7 irons, and I of course have the P, so the players irons. For me, that's thrown me that. You know, gloves are like buses. I was looking for one for ages and now all of a sudden I've got two. Guys, we're now talking today about the brand new PXG Gen 7 irons. Like I said in the introduction, these things look spectacular. We're going to put them through the paces here at Woolley Park Golf Club today. I did go out to Arizona to get fitted for these, and that fitting process was nothing short of spectacular. So first things first, we're on a 165-yard par 3 uphill. It's measuring 165, playing 174. We're going to have a go with the 7 iron because just the other day I was out playing with my friends. Yes, I do have friends, Bobby. And I hit this shot. It's got to be. Do you see that? Spoiler, it didn't go in, but it was very, very close. So we might as well kick things off on here, Bobby, hadn't we? What a golf hole this is. Right, so the first thing that really does catch your attention about these Gen 7s is how kind of small they look. But you know there's plenty of tech in there to help you. So if I stand here and put a pretty average golf swing like that, I can't believe how well that's done. That's up there flag high to the right. And a big thing about these Gen 7 irons is how they feel as well. A lot of people don't think that a good feeling iron is important. I think it's imperative. If you're spending big money on golf clubs, you certainly want them to feel and sound nice as well as to perform as you do want them to. Very tough flag to get at this. It's perched just over that bunker. Let's say in the middle of the green and fade it in with the 7. A bit like that. Now that was a little bit heavy. If that's over the bunker, which it is, did you anticipate that to be that good? I can't wait to show you where that's finished because I honestly thought that I was just going to plug in the face of the bunker like I do every time I play this hole. Are these the answer? So we're going to talk tech in this video as well. We're going to throw a couple of snippets in from my club fitting with Jason over in Scottsdale as well, because what he doesn't know about these irons isn't worth knowing. They also do a black finish as well, which is like spectacular. The black finish is like, it's a little bit more expensive, but it really is worth the money in my opinion. The scary thing is, Bobby, could we hit 8 iron? What do you reckon? The fact that I'm thinking 7 iron though is remarkable. Oh yeah, come on then. And you know what, I'm trying to fade those in, but they're just staying bang straight and pitching at the right distance as well. And for me, that's quite interesting because these are designed to be a forgiving golf club, and you're not maybe going to get the workability you would get from such as the 0317 range, the 0317 ST, the 0317 T, which of course is hollow bodied just like this one. So tech-wise in these irons, they do feature.
You know, very sleek finish.
Yeah.
R&D team, close to 10 years in the making.
Yeah.
So it's high performing. It gives you a very nice soft feel. But with the quantum core, the injection, the polymer inside there, it radiates energy.
Yeah.
So basically,
it gives you like myself.
Yeah, it's not hard to out here in Arizona
No,
when it's 110 degrees, right?
I'm not sure it's energy, but
yeah. And then the other cool thing is we're going to be able to tinker with some of the weights, right?
Yeah.
So I can try to change your swing weight, give you a lighter head, a heavier head. But for you, the best thing you can tell me is just give me some raw feedback.
Yeah,
you know,
how's it
feels
feel?
light, feels heavy.
Right, let's do this.
Absolutely.
Would you see people potentially split set these as well? So maybe go P in the lower.
You could.
Yeah.
You 100% could, but you know, the variation between the loft and the 7 iron for an XP is going to be 27, the P is going to be 30 degrees.
Okay.
So that variation, you'd have to start tinkering with lofts.
Yeah.
But for sure, I mean, we're very customizable with PXG.
Yeah.
We're going to tailor it to what you want.
Yeah.
We're the experts too, right? So I mean, we're going to be able to give you our suggestions, but at the end of the day, it's your set. So we want to make it for you. Beautiful.
That felt gorgeous.
Beautiful. James, what's your comfortable 7-iron
So
distance?
it does depend on loft and everything else.
Yep.
Generally, a nice forged 7-iron at around 32 degrees is around a 165 carry,
Okay.
spinning around 6,000.
Okay.
So imagine these are going to be lower spin, they're more forgiving, aren't they? A little bit stronger.
Correct. Correct. I mean, that was spun 6,000. You know,
Oh.
carried 180.
Yeah, wow. I didn't catch that one. I'd be interested to see what that's gone.
And your comfortable shot shape, right to left.
Yeah, generally,
Okay.
it does change a little bit, but with irons, I do like it. Just not a lot of movement at all, really.
Got it. Pretty.
Yeah, that felt
Very
nice.
pretty.
Impressed with myself there, Chris.
Yeah, me too.
Well, you've been impressed with me. It's the only thing I strive for in life. What I like about those shots as well, there's not a lot of movement to say we're into the wind.
100%. And that's the secret sauce inside there, the quantum core. Thinnest face in golf right now, the diameter is less than a dime. So obviously you need some protection behind that with a very, very thin face.
Yeah.
And that's where the quantum core polymer insert is going to protect, but also absorb some energy and create a lot more rebound effect. And off-center hits are not going to be wayward. I talked you right into that. Yeah, bottle that one up.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
Yeah, if we could bottle that, we'd actually be good at this, wouldn't we?
That was pretty. Ball speed jumped up to 125. I mean, your smash factor's through the roof at 144 there.
Yeah.
Spin was at 6,300.
Oh, okay.
Pretty ideal there. Carry 175, total 182.
Yeah, nice numbers,
90
yeah.
feet in the air.
The big thing I like there is the spin, because we're getting the distance, but we're not sacrificing.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, even with a slightly stronger loft than your probably current blades,
Yeah.
we're not sacrificing lower ball flight and spin.
All that talk of tech's fun, Bobby, but not gonna lie, I'm gonna have to hit another one just for fun because I'm enjoying this far too much. And for me, that's what these clubs are all about. Can you enjoy your golf a little bit more? Let's go at it with no movement this time. How's that one? How's that one? Be the number. Oh, did they put a smile on your face? Yes, big fat tick in the box. Even cleaning them. And so you see, that really hurt. I'm injured if anyone didn't know. Oh. The big thing that hurt even more, yeah, the club didn't break, my shoulder did though. The big thing that's impressed me out in Arizona, it's impressing me here already, is that front to back dispersion. So the first shot missed it a little bit to the right, but you don't particularly mind that as a miss. And the other three that we hit, I'm taking those all day on a hole that's playing 180 yards uphill. So when it comes to the shorter clubs, you really can tell just how that 5 times forging process and milling process comes into these irons. So yes, these Gen 7 irons are designed to be ultimately forgiving, but also they're designed to feel good. And that's what a lot of companies will kind of not be able to get from a forgiving set of irons. So I've got the pitching wedge here, and this is where if you do have a nice forged feeling club, generally you can play nice little bump and run shots. You can get the distance right. You can rely on this club to do what you want it to do. And I can really kind of get that feedback from the club for what I'm trying to do. If this was a really firm feeling face, if it fired off really, really quickly, a lot of alliteration there, I think they firm feeling, firing face, but you'd really struggle to do this. But I feel like PXG have absolutely, well, they've nailed it realistically when it comes to that. And because of the milling process, you can even get a little bit of check on your chip shots as well. This is something which I wouldn't usually put into an iron review, but I think it's getting more and more important. Yes, it's important you've got the right wedge setup. Obviously, we've seen the brand new Sugar Daddy wedges that have come from PXG as well. But I think if you've got a pitching wedge and a 9-iron that you can rely on to hit your shots like this, generally it's a much more percentage shot. And generally, you can start, like I duff that, that's going to go in. I always love that when I hit a golf or when I'm testing clubs, if I duff it and that's the best one, that's when you know. Just another tick in the box for the Gen 7s.
So we're gonna go up to 115 gram shaft. Okay,
Yep.
we're staying in stiff flex, right?
Yep.
So you're gonna feel heavier in the handle, heavier in the shaft, okay?
Yeah.
If it starts to feel a little light in the head, just holler at me because I can add some more weight to that head.
Immediately you can feel that difference there, actually.
Wonderful, yeah, absolutely. So definitely gonna notice a little bit of a higher ball flight.
Yeah, straight away, actually.
Nah, baby, we're just cooking right now.
Wait, how good is that?
I mean, the guy's pure.
That was cash, man.
He's out here just hitting pure shots.
I don't hear that sound out here.
It can get a lot worse. Like that. I think I did prefer the heavier.
The heavier head feel?
Yeah.
You like to feel the head?
Yeah, I think so. But I've got to be careful because I've gone too heavy in the past and then really struggled.
Sure. So one of the key features with the shaft, right, is the fact that it is a mid-launch. So you're seeing significantly higher compared to that S-taper.
Yeah.
S-taper is going to be tighter from the middle of that shaft down to the hosel.
Yeah.
Okay, that's going to lower your ball flight slightly. The weight, you know, definitely a little bit heavier, right? So center of gravity is going to go a little bit launch higher.
Yeah.
But I'm starting to see some
I felt dispersion. Was tighter with the
yeah,
ones.
so we need to get something that's a little bit tighter on the bottom, okay?
Right, okay.
And then we're going to get lighter. We're going to go down to the DG105 S300. It's one of my favorite shafts because it's nice and stout towards that handle, excuse me, towards the hosel. And then once we get this narrowed in, we're going to start tinkering with the head weight. Really analyze and finalize that swing weight. So one cool feature on the Gen 7 here is they were able to put titanium around that swing weight.
Yeah.
Took 5 grams of mass, which just helps create a little bit more MOI or forgiveness, right? So it's a really cool feature with the Gen 7. There is a precision weighting on the toe, and also to help to that CG and the MOI to just expand and create more forgiveness overall.
Right. Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's lovely.
That's fun.
Box them up with them.
That's
I feel like as well, if I wanted to play that down, I could.
100%.
Like that.
Yeah, you can see you have a lot more control with something that is tighter towards that hosel.
Out of interest, what the difference in distance on those last two? Because one was normal and the other one was like a flighted down one.
That carried 171.
Yeah.
And the one before that, 174.
See, that's crazy because the two, like, my watch just bit me, but that really hurt. The difference there, I think that's so good. For a club that's so forgiving,
no doubt,
you would never anticipate that.
Well, that's the key. You know, I mean, the player's head has always been popular just considering there is some workability in there.
Yeah.
With also maintaining forgiveness. So you're not sacrificing one or the other. All right, so we definitely finalized the shaft, DG105 S300. What I'm gonna end up doing here is during our fittings, the head weight with the fitting heads we have here, 8 grams. So I'm actually gonna bump you up to 12 grams. So that's 2 more swing weights. And just to give you that feel of what it's like to have a heavier head.
Yeah.
We started at the lighter weight of a shaft and we bumped it up to 115. So we lost a little bit of that feel in the iron head.
Yeah.
Now we're back down to a comfortable 105, right, weight gram.
Yeah.
But I want to give you that feel of what it's like to have something a little bit heavier in your hands, right?
Right. I like it, and I like the offset as well. Like there's a little bit there, but not too much.
Not too much, right?
Whereas you look at the XP, and there's loads, isn't there?
For sure, right? So for more of your forgiving player, but our engineers are diligent, working hard at making sure that top line isn't too oversized.
Yeah.
It's sharp looking from when you're looking down on it, so it doesn't look like an oversized cavity. Yeah. Right. So we're gonna try a couple extra grams in that head. I've already put it in there.
Let's do that.
We carried at 175, perfect smash factor. You're outperforming your average on ball speed.
Spin 6.5 as well, which for a 7 iron.
That's wonderful.
Turf,
It's wonderful. I mean, launch, you know, it could be a little bit higher, but overall, when you're seeing a low launch like that, still the spin rate at 65.
Yeah.
And then you have the ability, because you're a good player, right? You can flight the ball a little bit if necessary and knock down.
Good player. Good player.
I throw that in there. Come on, beat the guy up even more.
So consistency with a wedge is one thing, but consistency in the long irons is another. So 4, 5, and 6 iron for me, I know what I'm wanting from these clubs. I'm wanting forgiveness. I'm wanting a certain kind of flight window where it's easy enough to launch, but still versatile enough to play it down. Does Gen 7 offer this? Let's have a go with the 4-iron, because certainly in Arizona, it offered it, but Arizona's a little bit different to Yorkshire. Isn't it, Bobby? I mean, you wouldn't know, you didn't go. Sorry. Sorry, apologies for that. But, so a nice normal flighted one. A little bit lower than I would anticipate, nicely drawing right to left. I quite enjoyed that as a ball flight. Can we get it up in the air? Can we get it a little bit higher? We know that these are designed to be fairly easy to launch. There we go. That's the ball flight you're certainly wanting. Now, can we play that stinger that would have took Andy's head off a couple of moments earlier? It would have killed the dog, wouldn't it? So one thing that I really do like with this PXG Gen 7 is the look of them. So you can see that we do have nice wide soles on here. That is designed for enhanced turf interaction and of course more forgiveness. And they kind of have to have that because of that hollow body design and of course those titanium weights at the back. So the multi-material design in here together with the 5x forging not only produces something which I think looks really, really good, but we mentioned right at the start of the video, they do have a problem. Even I've gone out to Scottsdale, I've seen everything, I got fitted for them. It was a fantastic experience. PXG have a big problem with these clubs. And that is in the form, Bobby's wondering behind the camera, aren't you?
I genuinely no idea.
It's the 0317Ts. They're just so good, and they're a little bit similar to these. And I think, unless you really do need the forgiveness element of these, I think I prefer the 0317Ts. I think they look that little bit sleeker, they still have that performance. Guys, do you want to see me compare these together? If you do, get in the comments below and let me know. But for me, I think these are spectacular. They look very nice, they feel good, they do everything you want them to do. They've got like they've got a better looking brother. So I kind of know how my older brother feels now because he's done everything right in life, but just not quite there. Right, we've got 150 yards. I'm going to go with the 9-iron here. And again, like you get down into those lower irons and they do start to look a little bit more players-like. And that's ultimately what you do want, isn't it? 150 yards, couple of goes at this. The offsets, I mean, it's there, but it's minimal. You compare it to the Black Ops irons and these do look like, well, butter knives, but ultimately they're not. Oh, that's toey. I'll be very impressed if that's like flag high. I'll tell you what, it's took a right bounce. This could go in this. Go on then. Oh. So you're just buying luck as well, realistically, when you buy these clubs. But Bobby, look at this. This is how bad that shot was. And this is where potentially I might be wrong about the 0317Ts, because the divot's here, the T was here, meaning the ball was there. And that's not how you want to strike a golf ball, is it? Not at all. But I can't believe how well that's done. Imagine if that went in. And that ultimately is what you want from your forgiving irons. You want to have that little element of feedback to say, oh, that was a bit toey, maybe I should consult my coach or my PGA Pro. You also want it to cannon off and be still flag high. So, yeah, exactly, yeah. So your playing partners don't know how shit you are. So it's perfect, isn't it? Right, come on. Let's go through a routine, Bobby. Lacking routine at the moment, I am. Better, a little bit cutty, but still sounded nice, didn't it? Still sounded good. Again, flag high. So we're getting the distance. It's just up to me to get the accuracy. How good did that sound? I am really impressed with them. Like, for me to be hitting a 9-iron at 155 slightly uphill and not feel like I'm trying to absolutely smash it, just a nice one. Maybe even a draw. Be very interested to see what the dispersion is there front to back, because that's 4 totally different strikes, and I quite like testing irons with those different strikes, because for me, if you're buying these golf clubs, that's exactly how consistent you're going to be. Not very. And so the big thing there is I've hit a couple of average tee shots, a couple of good tee shots, and again the front to back dispersion is pretty good from 150 yards. Tour average from here would be around kind of 30 feet, so I'm taking this all day long. We have a birdie opportunity, an outside birdie opportunity, and then, I mean, we've hit the green there as well. So very, very impressive for an array of different golf swings. Guys, that has been my review on the brand new PXG Gen 7 irons. I think they're spectacular. I think you should definitely look at the 0317Ts as well. Would you like to see that comparison? Get in the comments below and let me know. Apart from that, I'll see you all at the same time tomorrow. Goodbye.